We're with Buddy McGirt. I'm Kristal Hart, by the way.
How
Buddy
you doing?
McGirt, the famous trainer, training Matthew Macklin. Now, tell us about the man.
Macklin is, all I can say, he's a great guy, you know what I mean? And come fight night, he'll be ready to handle his business.
And how did you find him?
Well, I trained Matthew about 3 or 4 years ago, and we always stayed in touch, you know what I mean? Then he called me and told me that, he wanted me to work with him for this fight. I said, no problem.
Okay, now, this is going to be a tough one as far as Martinez. He comes from a lot of different angles. Plus, he knows how to close a fight. So what are you going to work with?
Well, Martinez is good at setting traps. So the key now is not to fall for the traps, to set our own traps.
We're down here at Trinity Gym, and we have Matthew Macklin, who's going to be fighting Sergio Martinez. That's going to be at Madison Square Garden, and I wore my green St. Patrick's Day.
The Day of the Irish. Yes, it's going to be a tremendous fight. I feel that Martinez, although he has a lot of bag of tricks, and he's a southpaw and he's fast, ex-soccer player and bicyclist and tennis player, Macklin comes in with a good pedigree. And he himself has a few wrinkles himself. What I enjoy about this is the fact that, crediting Lou DiBella, he's bringing in a lot of foreign fighters that we don't get to see in New York. He's exposed them to be very good fighters. And Macklin is a tough fighter. And he says he came here to win, and he's going to take the title back to his country.
Now, do you think, the one thing about Sergio Martinez is he throws a lot of shots at a lot of different angles, but he knows how to finish a fight. Now we can't argue that, correct?
No, I can't argue that he has a punch. I mean, we have to go back just briefly when he knocked out Paul Williams with one shot after fooling him to lower his arms and trapping him. And he probably will fight the same way. He'll probably fight Macklin the same way, but I think Macklin's just a little smarter. And if he's smart, like I think he is, he's watching that film and he knows exactly what Sergio Martinez is going to do. So he will be prepared for it, and I'm sure. Do I say Macklin will win? It's up to grab. It's up for grab because Martinez is a tough cookie, and he knows how to get out of trouble. He's been in trouble when he fought Kelly Pavlik. Pavlik knocked him down, and he managed to skirt his way around, and as you see, beat Kelly Pavlik. So I think it will be a good fight. It's a toss-up. I'm not going to predict the winner. Or should I? If I predict the winner, I hate to be wrong, but I think it's an even, tough fight, and Macklin's going to give his best. The odds are, of course, with Martinez because he's the champion. He's been clamoring to fight Julio Cesar Chavez, and Chavez is ducking him.
What happened with that?
Well, the fact of the matter is that he wanted to fight Julio Cesar Chavez for the title that was taken away from him. He wanted it back, but the governing bodies asked him to step aside and let Chavez fight with Rubio, which he did, and now he's promised a rematch with Chavez. And now Chavez doesn't seem to want to fight him. Unfortunately, they lose a lot of diplomacy, and Martinez said, well, Chavez is a coward. He's afraid to fight me. So basically, this is where we stand right now. But
it's sort of a low blow in a certain way. If he gave up the title, expecting to be able to fight,
he feels double-crossed,
Yeah,
And so in the meantime, again, credit to Lou DiBella. He's keeping him busy, fighting these good fighters. And I'll be very frank with you. I'm not a betting man, but I wouldn't be surprised if Macklin beats him. But Martinez is not going to get beat. He's going to fight his way out. He's going to find a way to trick him. And even if it goes to a decision, I would lean towards, if I were a betting man, I would say Martinez will keep his title, in a hard-fought fight, because Macklin is not going to just go down. And, okay. But that's basically how I feel about the thing.
Thank you. And how do people read your articles?
Oh, yeah. People read my articles in the Black Star News. And when I write, and since I'm bilingual, I write them in Spanish, and they can read my articles in Boxeo Mundial. So I go from English to Spanish, from Spanish to English, and they'll pick them up. And I'll sing you a few too, so you can enjoy my reading.
I always enjoy your writing.